I got up, I jumped on the edge of my bed to where the window was, and I had a laser gun in my hands, and I just started shooting at what looked like alien bots. And there were many of them. And I was living in a unit block or something.
Yeah, you're in a 2-bedroom unit.
I was in a 2-bedroom unit.
And there was other units around.
Yeah, I was number 13.
And so I used to call it the dark astral plane because it was just, the energy there was just not good. It was really yuck.
It was almost like it was like a catchment of really yuck energy.
Yeah, and that's funny because it's the bottom of a road as well. So all the energy, whatever, would just, I guess, like a river, flow into these units.
And there was 13 of them because I was number 13. And
lucky 13.
I just remember just shooting away at these robots with these eyes that, like, literally, they almost look like a walking R2-D2, but not as nice and friendly as R2-D2.
So how tall were they again?
Kind of like an R2-D2.
So like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, roughly maybe between 2 to 3 feet, like almost like my waist height. So I'm 5'2", and they came up to my waist pretty much. Yeah. It was one of the craziest things. I don't even know how I had a laser gun with me. All of a sudden, I just remember jumping to the edge of my bed with a laser gun in my hand, shooting these alien robots that were coming after me.
And how did you go?
I woke up.
Oh.
I literally woke up, and I have no idea what happened afterwards.
Okay.
No clue what happened afterwards.
Okay.
But it was like one of those dreams that is so real that I know that it actually happened, because I was literally in the same astral as, like, my same position of my room, same position of the unit, same position of the window. I was in that astral realm but I'm not sure what level I was on in the astral. I just know that there were alien bots coming after me.
Yeah, lucky you. You get all the good ones, don't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that they're all the good ones, but they're some of the interesting ones.
Yeah, all the Hollywood movies. Just go and talk to Allison and she'll sit you down and...
Like, we all have crazy dreams. Like, there's like so many crazy dreams, but that was one of the craziest ones I've had. Yeah.
So after that, it took you a few weeks to recover from doing a shootout with AI bots.
Yeah.
And you're saying you had another interesting dream.
Yeah, so I had another interesting dream, not in the same time frame, but I remember when I was living with my parents. And this, I don't know which one is more interesting. They're both pretty interesting, in their own way. I remember being in a realm, you could say, most likely a realm, and I could see all these people running. And then when I looked ahead of me, there were these giants, and they were all cloaked in purple robes, and they had no faces. All they had were stars for eyes. And I would see people literally running through their cloaks. So I thought, okay, cool, I'm going to go run through their cloaks and see what happens. So as I run towards this giant being's cloak, I feel his hand pick me up, and then I wake up, and I literally could, as I was waking up, I could literally feel pretty much his thumb and his middle finger around my waist. So, and the only thing I can think of is, and I think we, after I spoke to you about it, we've actually had a discussion on that. There's a possibility that they are like either the guardians or the keepers of the different realms or dimensions or something along those lines.
Yeah, because you were saying that they were like, what did you say, 50 foot tall, 100?
Yeah, something along those lines. Like, not
like massive, weren't they?
Not really like massively massive giants. They're not as tall as like a double-story house or not a double-story house, not as tall as like a skyscraper.
Okay.
They were a bit shorter than a skyscraper.
Okay.
But still quite big, because the drapery of their clothing was like massive folds of drapery. I'm not very good with feet. I have no idea how tall something is, but I don't think they were as tall as like a skyscraper.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I just remember, it was so vivid. I have no idea what astral realm I was in, or if I was in the place in between, if that exists. I'm guessing that does exist, the place in between. But yeah, I literally remember the hand being pulled, waking up, and I remember those eyes. I remember the eyes. And I remember I just remember everything.
Wow.
So
that sounds a little bit more better than the bot one.
Do you know what? I keep wondering what could have I seen if they just allowed you?
Yeah. Or would you still be in this realm?
Or would I still be in this realm?
Yeah.
Or this reality?
Yeah.
Or would I have gone to a reality? So maybe they stopped me because obviously they knew that I didn't belong into the reality that
you're running into, that you didn't know you're running into.
Exactly.
You're just running for the running sake.
Yeah, because I just wanted to see why everyone else was running. I just wanted to see what was going on behind the cloaks. Who knows? Obviously, they knew that I was not meant to be there.
Yeah, and it's interesting. How would they know who would be allowed to go through and who, I guess, would be frequency?
I guess so. So maybe each reality has a certain frequency, so our frequency matches to this reality. And then, say for example, in a parallel universe, that frequency, it has its own frequency. Maybe something or dimension has its own frequency or something along those lines.
If anybody out there knows what we're talking about and has more information, please share.
Would love to know who these beings are.
Yeah.
So what about you?
I'm going to tell you two stories. The first, spaceship craft, and I believe it was some sort of, I don't know, it was a Galactic Federation or some sort of council or something like that. And there was a meeting, and from all beings, there was probably, I don't know, there would have been maybe 10 of us there in this meeting on this craft, this spaceship. In a way, the spaceship reminded me a little bit like the Star Trek Enterprise. You can see the windows, big massive windows out looking at the stars and everything like that. And I was there representing humanity.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, and everybody's like, what's he doing here? Well, he's representing humanity. And I felt really inferior. All these beings seem to be so highly intelligent,